Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards. Sitting on the couch here in my family room with the pirate photos that I have in the background. And if any of you have been watching my channel for any amount of time, especially in the beginning, which this channel started 2 years ago, this is where I always sat to show my face when I made videos, because it was the closest thing I had to kind of a baseball background or a baseball theme. And my wife actually got these photos matted for me and framed for Christmas one year, I think right when we were first married. I don't think we were dating, because I think we got them right for this house. I think she was still trying to impress me with buying me baseball stuff, because this June we'll be married 25 years and I haven't seen any baseball items since then from her. So the reason you may be asking, or not the reason, but why are you sitting on this couch? I thought you had a card room now, which I do, and just kind of wanted to go back a little bit to the beginnings. Now granted, it's only 2 years, but I'm really excited to show my card room to you guys today. Finished, sort of. I got all my display cases up, got everything hanging on the wall. Still have some space. When my wife told me in the fall, hey, why don't you move into that room? I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much room. I don't. I filled it up very fast, and originally wanted to display things in this room, and she was like, yeah, good luck with that. So what I want to do today is show you the finished product. I'm very proud of this room, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed as well. I put a lot of hard work into it. And there's a few guys in the community have seen what I finished today and hung up. So I'm excited to share that with the rest of you guys, and hopefully you enjoy what you see in there. Knowing how you guys, what you like and love. I think there's going to be some things in there you'll like. And I'd help from my buddy Drew. I've mentioned him. He's a fabulous woodworker, and I'm not a fabulous woodworker, but the cards hide a lot of mistakes, and it's okay. I'm very happy just to see these cards. I feel like I have my own little museum, as John Mangini says he'd like to have his museum someday, and he actually, his card room is a museum. But so let's take a walk over to the card room and take a look at what I finished. All right, guys, that's just the view from where I was sitting. By the way, I did all the woodworking down here on these walls, but here's the card room. Let's take a walk in here, and I'm actually going to turn a little bit because I want to save something for last. But so you all have seen this display case with my 56 tops, but it used to be behind me in the videos, and I moved it because I felt like it was taking up a whole wall, and I had better uses for it. So a little table down here with Stan and Roberto and the Mazeroski autograph that Scott gave me. This 1960 Bill Verdon is the very first vintage card I ever bought. Just got some books and stuff down here and junk, but I thought this was kind of a nice place to display these. 55 Bowman. I need one more. Here's the original table that I started making my very first video on, and it was out in the room that I just showed you. But every once in a while I still use it. Got all these gifts from YouTubers right there and over here that I haven't figured out exactly how to display in here, but I would really like to do that. I do have a hat up here from John Keating. I haven't shown this in a while, but here is my 54 Hall of Famers with a shelf I built. And then down here, there's some extra space, so I just threw the Minoso Red Hearts on it. On my desk, I've got the awesome piece my buddy Scott Reindeer Studios made me, and he made a piece for the back that could go up on a wall, but I was always nervous putting it on a wall because see how Stan's like feet hang over, and I just didn't want it to fall and snap off. And then I don't remember if Scott gave this to me at Christmas or when he did, but this is from the game that I attended with Scott and my son and Dean Gearhart. So it's the Topps now. It was the home run. I'm trying to blank. I think he passed A-Rod in that game. Probably if I pulled this card up, I could read it. But and at that game is where Scott gave me the this awesome Clemente musical piece. Just a few bobbleheads I have. Don't really collect them. I don't know. Maybe this space back here would be for the YouTube community. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm a big fan of the Grateful Dead, and this is another artist, but this one I'm related to. My daughter made this for me in high school, and I just love it. It has nothing to do with baseball, but she's not a fan of it, but I think it's great. I showed this a long time ago. My son bought me this box one Christmas, and I pulled the Fred McGriff out and got it graded and kept one of the packs unopened, so I keep that displayed on my desk. My only autographed baseball, I bought this Museo at this year's National with some help from Jake. And it's cool because it says Hall of Fame 1969, Stan the Man Museo. And I think it has the amount of hits. Yep, 3630. And over here are my 1964 stand-ups that I've shown before. Made this case as well. Just zoom in a little bit. I haven't shown them in a while, so let's just kind of go through those. They just look so awesome in these cases. It's just so much fun sitting at my desk just staring at this stuff. So then on this wall, I bought this fall at a, what do you call it, not a vintage store, a consignment store. And it had a Carolina blue kind of frame, and I painted it black because I just didn't think it looked right. And I don't know all the guys on here, I should, but there's Murtaugh and Mazeroski, and I'm sure that is Kiner, Hannes Wagner, Stargell, Clemente, the Wayner brothers. Thinking that's Vern Law up there, maybe Elroy Face. So I had a bunch of shelves up here, and as you can see, I made a ton of holes in the walls, so gonna have to fix that. Found this on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I thought maybe horizontal cards would fit in it, but they don't if they're graded. But I bought this cheaper than it would have cost me to make one. So as you can see, it was made for baseballs, but I'll find some use for it. Some of my Musial stuff. And I tried not to go crazy with Musial stuff all over the room. I kind of wanted to mix items. Bought this tin at the National, and then over for Christmas, Alex Bowman 53 had this made for me. And this case used to be horizontal. My dad made it. He had an old vintage, like flint pistol on it, and just thought it'd be cool to incorporate some cards on it. Up here, this pennant from the 1960 World Series was actually belonged to my older brothers. For as long as I can remember, this was in our house, and you can see they hung it up on the wall. And my older brothers are quite a bit older than me. I mean, I didn't come along until 7 years after this, and I had some of this extra green felt from one of the display cases, and just thought it was a cool way to display it. Down here on this windowsill, some Negro League items. Jake and Scott got me this at the National. What I love about it is it's got Buck O'Neill, a bunch of other Negro League players. So here are the 5 players that I've done videos on, from my Negro Leagues to Major Leagues. I've done a horrible job on making these videos. My goal this year was to do one a month, and we're already into April, and I haven't made any. And there's a stack of guys that I got to make videos for. Just add some extra space. Something Alex saw on YouTube, or not YouTube, eBay, and thought I might like, and said, hey, I should look at it. I think it was like $10. So what I was talking about earlier that I'm really proud of, and I'm going to pull back here and see if I can fit this all on one screen. And Might ask you guys for a name. You know, it's not quite the beast that Mike Baseball Card Collector has or the big unit that Jake has, but these are 2 shelves. They're 5 feet wide each and 3 feet. I'm sorry, 5 feet high and 3 feet wide, so they're 5 by 6. And thought I would fit more cards than I did, but this one here, as you can see, I put a bunch of holes in it. I've got cabinet hooks. So these are adjustable. That way I could fit some Perez Steels down here. Some Redman cards, some exhibit cards, some Clemente cards. There's my Stollmeyer Campanella. So the other shelves that I showed before are specific to one set, and they most likely will always stay that way because they were designed to hold a certain amount. For these 2 here, which I kind of got the idea from Terry TJ Maxx, that I can switch these around. And I'm excited because these will be behind me in my videos now. But just to have all these cards displayed. Again, these aren't the full runs. Close to finishing this 1950. Bowman said I need 3 more. I did dedicate 1 shelf to my man Musial. But I have more cards than that. And then there's kind of really no rhyme or reason over here, just cards I really like. I'm sorry if there's a bad glare. I'm doing the best I can. Try to show these. Don't have a ton of pre-war, but I do have 2 shelves worth. So this shelf I'm showing right now, I just finished this morning and hung it up. When I first brought these home, my wife was like, "Are you kidding me? What are we going to do with these?" I'm like, "Don't worry. We've got plans." So there's, like I said, I filled this fast. Cool side of Araho. Oh. So I will definitely switch this around. But in all my future videos, these will be in the background behind me. There's part of the 76 Topps complete set I have. And I do have a Musial autograph over here. So got some room over there. Again, more holes in the walls. But if I can come back, see if I can fit that in. Look how awesome that looks, guys. Sorry if it sounds like I'm bragging a little bit, but I guess I am because I'm just in love with this and couldn't be happier. You know, to me, this is the best way to show cards. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll talk to you soon.